Morning. So this week I set up an iPhone. I figure that the quality at least will be better, but we'll see. There are two things I guess I want to talk about. The first one is it's answering this question: is AI making us more impatient? When we open up our ChatGPT or Claude or whichever other chat type AI bot thing we're using, we ask a question and we get an immediate answer. Just it's there. We hardly have to wait any time at all. And if we don't ask the right question, we get the opportunity straight away to amend our question, to tweak it, to get another response straight away. So we have this dialogue backwards and forwards, and it's amazing. We can find out stuff really, really quickly. If we ask lots of questions, it doesn't mind, it doesn't get tired, it doesn't get bored, and we're used to this immediate response. So the question is AI making us actually impatient? Is it making us less tolerant of the world around us? Are we building in something through a computer that actually means that when we have human to human interactions, that we're going to have less tolerance, that we're going to be more impatient because things aren't happening quicker? We're going to have difficulty actually explaining what we want and being and getting the answer we want straight away. If we ask a question and we have a reply and it's not the reply we wanted, are we then going to get annoyed? I found myself getting annoyed with a customer interaction that I had on email the other week. I sent a question. I expected a particular type of customer service answer, and I didn't get one. It was a really bland, boring answer. It didn't answer the question I wanted, and it frustrated me. And I then tweaked my reply, exactly the same as I would with my immediate ChatGPT app. And then I had to wait and wait a bit more. And then eventually the human on the other end replied. And I got another answer that I wasn't happy with. I didn't like what they'd said. They were missing the point. They weren't getting where I was coming from. They weren't answering the question as if I would, the way I would have answered it. And I was getting impatient. And I do worry that we are going to end up in a position where AI influences the relationships we have. I listen to the news a lot, and a lot of the people on there are being interviewed. And I've noticed that they're starting to sound a bit like ChatGPT. The interviewer asks a question and they go, "Oh, absolutely, you're right. That sounds familiar." And it makes me question, is life imitating technology now? Or is technology imitating life? It's a weird backwards and forwards question that I think we're going to find more and more. Like, where are the boundaries? It just blurs into one. But it does worry me that AI is going to make us all way more impatient. The second thing that is worrying me is, well, not worrying me so much, but affecting my day to day. And it's this same idea about AI and impatience. At the moment, we're in a bit of a gridlock situation. No one quite knows what AI can achieve and what professional services are going to be made redundant by AI. No one knows. People can speculate, but as yet, no one knows. And so no one's doing anything. Some people are chasing AI. They're chasing to see how they can use it. They're skilling up. They're trying to get an advantage. Other people are just like rabbits in headlights. They don't know what to do. There's a huge amount of hype around AI, the way that it is sold to us as this panacea solution. It's going to be able to do everything, and it's going to do everything super fast. It worries me that there's such an amount of pressure on this AI solution to deliver these things that actually, when it comes to doing our day-to-day jobs, we're almost paralyzed. We're paralyzed because we think that this way that we've been working for so long, that's worked perfectly well, this craft perhaps that we've honed over many, many years, is being disrupted. Perhaps we are saying, oh, right, well, it's worked for years and years and years, this particular way of doing something. This job I have, I've been doing it for years and years. I'm really good at it. But now I'm going to start questioning myself. I'm going to worry that I should be able to do everything that I'm doing way, way quicker because AI can do it. AI, this magic bullet. But is it going to actually make it all easier? Is it going to make it so that you can have an idea, open the computer, and do it without any effort? And the simple answer is no. Even with all the amount of AI that you can throw at something, you're going to need effort. I heard some story about an advert that's been made. Maybe it was Coca-Cola. They've made an advert and they've employed AI to do it. They've just prompt AI to build their advert. And in the end, it wasn't good enough, so they had to employ some visual effects people, and now they've got an advert. But they were using it. What was the point? Why were they using it? They still had to employ humans. Everyone thought it would be done quickly, and actually it turned out it wasn't done quickly at all. I haven't really looked into the Coca-Cola thing. I'm getting that secondhand. But the point still stands. Just because there's a tool that can do things quicker, right now it's in its infancy as far as practical applications are concerned and how we use it in our day-to-day jobs. So should we be worried? Yes, of course. It's always something to concern ourselves with. We shouldn't ignore it, that's for sure. But yesterday I woke up, got to my computer, had an idea, I was going to start doing it, and I wasted my time trying to find quicker ways to do something that I already know how to do. I was questioning, is there an AI solution that exists already that can stop me from having to spend time doing this thing that I really enjoy doing, that I know how to do? And I'd stopped doing it because I thought there was a quicker way. But I didn't get anywhere. I just stopped in my tracks. I searched. I found service after service after service that promised that it would do the task in hand really, really quickly. And I didn't end up with any results. Not a single thing. So I wonder, as well as all of the question about us becoming impatient in our personal lives, how this thing is going to knock on to the way we interact with other humans, our tolerance. Is it also going to remove the joy from creative endeavours? Just because you can do something quickly, is it valuable? If I write a piece of code and I know exactly how it works, that gives me satisfaction. I know how it works. And if I know how it works, I can actually change it and make it better. If AI writes code for me, I know what it's achieved and I can see that it works, but I don't understand how it works. And that's a worrisome thing too, because it removes the joy. It takes away this interest. The reason for doing many of these jobs in the first place is the joy of having completed the thing. If everything we can achieve is completed in 2 or 3 seconds by a machine, is it enjoyable? Is AI not only going to make us super impatient, but also remove the enjoyment that we get from the jobs and the endeavours that we carry out on a day-to-day basis?